Welcome. It's Thursday. I can't believe it. The days just fly by and we're nearly in the middle of May. Can you believe it? I hope you are keeping well, you are keeping safe, you are keeping motivated, and that I really hope with everyone that lockdown will soon be over and that we can return to our lives as normal as possible. I firstly want to thank every person. You will know by these videos and our interaction that you become family. Tjhoko is one huge family. Seeing that we are focused on job creation and empowerment, every person means a lot to us, and so do you. Thank you for your support. The factory has now been operational for a week and a half today. We could only start with manufacturing last week Tuesday, and lockdown has taught us, and COVID-19 has taught us that things are different. We don't have access, and Maestro is eating my stuff. We don't have access to things as we had in the past. So it taught us to be patient, to think on our feet, to be innovative. We have received so many orders, and I can't thank you enough. And I can assure you that every member, every person in the Tjhoko factory is working day and night to make sure that every order is attended to with great care. Your patience will be greatly appreciated. You know, in the past it was easy. You ordered console glass and you could find it. But with the restrictions on every company with COVID-19, we are only operational with 50% of our manpower. And so is console. And so is the guy that manufactures our boxes. And so is the person that supplies the bubble wrap bags. And so is the person that supplies us ribbons. So it has a ripple effect on every company. Just be patient with us. I promise you that every order is taken care of with the greatest concern, the greatest attention to make sure it's done properly. And thank you for all the lovely messages, all the words of encouragement, all the support. We just love you. And we have exciting things to announce soon. We are just finalizing things, a competition, a huge Tjhoko competition in partnership with the Home magazine that is on its way. But I'll give you more details as soon as everything has been finalized. So keep your Tjhoko creations safe. Make sure you have your before and after pictures so that you can enter for our competition that we will announce soon. Okay, today is not a session where I could plan anything. It is a creative session. It is a session to show how your spirit can be set free, can be creative, and my blank wall is my blank canvas today. I'm going to incorporate various paint techniques that we've been doing together in this period of lockdown, and I'm going to hopefully inspire you so much so that you don't need an expensive painting on a wall. You can be the artist to create a painting, a masterpiece on a focal wall in your own space. I must be honest with you, I'm running out of space. I hope lockdown is over soon so that I can tackle someone else's homes. Remember to send your entries for the room makeover competition. That's going to be so much fun. There are 3 spaces that we want to help you, assist you with paint to have your spaces revamped. So before and after pictures, you can email them to me or to Lee, support@tjokopaint.co.za. So you send your before and after, your before pictures of the room you want to have a makeover done in, and we'll select 3 winners after lockdown, the moment we are allowed to travel and visit with masks. Okay, on this wall we are going to do various paint techniques. So Tjhoko is my video person for the day. In this bucket I have water with damp cloth. Now if you don't have mutton cloth, you can use t-shirt material, t-shirts, all this of your children that you can't give away to charities. And I've just cut them up the size of a A4 piece of paper, more or less. So I'm just wringing them out, putting them on the side of my bucket. And this wall, you can look at my COVID-19 apron. Now this is the apron that you together with me have designed in this style. So can you see how it's evolving? It is every week. If I look at it, I just love it more. And that's what we're going to do on this wall. So if your children want to participate, if you want to give them cloths and tell them, listen, you're going to help mommy and daddy to create our own masterpiece in our own space, that is what you can do. Because it's freedom, it's creativity, it's art, and there are no rules. The greatest part of this technique is the more you layer it, the better it becomes. Okay, wash technique is going to be our first technique that we're going to start with. I'm going to start in this corner section here with quite a dark color. You don't need to use your hands. You can use paint brushes. And I'm mixing Sheriff Stone, it's this dark charcoal color, on my piece of mutton cloth. I fold it like a ball. And Tjhoko, now you can focus here. I'm going to start in this corner. Very light circular motion. And I'm washing my wall. And the nice thing about this is we start light and we build on top of this. So the wall I have painted with Tjhoko colors for walls, the low sheen Tjhoko range that we've launched. So the Tjhoko colors are now available in a low sheen wall paint. Go ask your nearest stockist. They have received all the info. It's also on our website. So Levels Light is my foundation on the wall. I'm starting with Sheriff Stone. Light pressure, evenly distributed in my cloth. Yeah, but can you see nicely on the screen what's happening?
Yes.
Kaylee today is busy with a math test, so please think of her so that she can remember everything that she's done during online schooling. Okay, I'm going to do the entire wall, but I want to focus on this corner section first and show you how an ombre washed effect can be accomplished. So light pressure with my damp cloth. What I love about paint techniques, the more texture there is on your surface, the nicer the outcome. So if you have a very flat plastered wall, and we're going to do it later, where I'll be showing you, you can apply some stencil of Paris, mix it with some paint if you want, or keep it white and wash onto that to create texture on your surface. But we'll do it. I have a lot up my sleeve that I want to share with you. Okay, so once this color is done, I'm going to use, and I'm keeping this with Sheriff Stone so that each color has its own cloth. I'm going to continue with Nayo's New. So here's the second color I'm using. Nayo. This is going to be a colorful wall. I'm even thinking of incorporating our metallics at the end and wash them on the wall. And pink, believe it or not, just as a touch of extra color and creativity. And I can only see Tjhoko's face. Okay, so where I've stopped with my Sheriff Stone, I'm going to, on this last section, so make sure my cloth touches a section of the Sheriff Stone. Just reach the crevice there with my cloth as well. And this is just Tjhoko and a damp cloth and circular motion on a wall. And I'm going over my Sheriff Stone. so that there's no definite end of the previous color and beginning of the new color. They need to blend together. So light pressure. And I'm loving this already. Let your children assist and participate. Being creative has so many benefits for our well-being. Okay, now I'm going to continue just with a lighter color. Jaco, can you clearly see what's happening there?
Yes.
It's beautiful, ne, Jaco?
It looks pretty, yeah.
Okay, next is Nade. You can reuse and reuse your cloths. Believe me, mine, I had to throw them away now. After 6 weeks, I was so glad when the factory could open that I could just get new mutton cloth. Okay, so and this is the greatest tip. Make sure you distribute it evenly, no plops of paint on your cloth. Fold it away that the hems are hidden away so that no loose pieces can come onto your surface of where you've cut the mutton cloth. And I continue with Nade, which is a lighter version. Now you don't need to have so many colors. If you have your grey and if you want to incorporate colour, if you have your sheriff stone, maestro, maisie, if you have your very dark charcoal, you have white, and you have a colour like Naya's new, you can mix your own colours to go lighter. Just believe me, I didn't have time for any mixing. We are running at a hectic pace, but I'm not complaining. Okay, so there's Nade, and I'm going over my nails new, so that it blends in well. Are there any questions here?
No, not yet.
Are there people watching?
A lot of people.
Okay, great. Okay, so can you see how the colors move from dark to light? Only a cloth and paint, nothing else needed. And my last color, let's add, my last color can be Labels Light, and very lightly I can wash. But let me show you what happens the moment if I incorporate some color, especially to those that love color. So this is, you can just sit there, Jaco. This is just color inspiration. So if I take Simon Says, okay, and I just, here's a damn cloth.
So cute.
And on my cloth, do you have a steady hand with the camera, Jaco?
I'm trying.
Okay, so here's some Simon Says, which is a bright mustard. If you like a more of dull mustard, you can use Shorty Story. It has more brown pigment in it, so it's not as bright as Simon Says. This is Simon Says, and I just lightly touch with yellow here, in no specific order, so it's not a straight line, with some yellow here to the bottom. Is it clear on the screen, Jaco?
Yep,
Can you see the transformation?
I can.
How amazing is this? Okay, so this is Ombre effect. And if you want to incorporate some colors, this is how it's done. So you start with your darkest color and you move all the way up to your lightest color just by moving your hand in a very gentle, circular motion, and then whatever you like. I'm just inspiring. You can incorporate different colors. Now with Stencil of Paris, let's try the same thing but with trowels. Now let me show you how I do it. So I have Stencil of Paris. You don't need 3 jars. And I have some water. So I'm going to scoop out some of my Stencil of Paris. And now is the time where you can really thin it down. And I'm going to incorporate some Nayos New in here. If you remember correctly, with the previous sessions we did, when doing stencil work with the Stencil of Paris, we recommend not to use too much paint, as it will thin down the Stencil of Paris too much, and then it will leak underneath your stencil. I love mice. But with when we do techniques on walls, it can be runny. So I can play around with color, but bear in mind that the Stencil of Paris really absorbs. Let me just ask for assistance here. Jaco, Kylie,
Kom net hier toe.
Dit gaan nie werk nie. Toe ons nou hoor as papa eet. With the wash technique or the Stencil of Paris technique on walls, and where you're not working with a stencil as such, I can really mix it in a smoother consistency. And now we're really going to be creative. So if you don't have trowels at home, you can use pieces of cardboard, and that's what we're going to use. Mix different colors together. So I mix the Stencil of Paris with some paint color, Tjhoko colors.
Ek het nie eers geweet mens kan dit doen.
Hi Jaco, hoe lank
Yes.
kyk jy dan aan wat ek doen? Nou weet jy, nee. So I put some Stencil of Paris on my cardboard, and this is now for a creative, okay? And what I do,
Oh my.
and this is called art. And I don't want any lines, meaning I don't want a specific straight line. I want it to curve, and let's mix. Just tell me, what would your husband say if you start plastering your walls with different colors? I would like to see the response. Okay, now let's do a different color. So we have used Nayos New there. Thank goodness Master has disappeared.
Kan body frosty.
Wat sê julle?
Hulle wil die muur bietjie
Nader sien.
nee, van verder af sien.
Of van verder af.
Hoekom sien ons nie die vrae nie?
Vra vir Kylie dat sy net kon help om die vrae te sien. Okay, so I'll walk towards you. Sorry, for some reason we can't see the questions. I'm mixing Stencil of Paris with Nade. Our technical guru is on her way. Thank you, Kylie.
Hulle het net nog nie aanvraag gevra.
Hulle het, maar ons sien dit nie.
Was dit?
doing made.
Papa het gedouble tap op die skerm, toe wys dit nou vir my. Okay, gaan aan.
Oh, gaan ek julle fire maak?
Ek het nie eens my hare gekam vanoggend nie.
Dit sal 'n les wees. And let's incorporate some. This is fun. Let's incorporate some Elvis mix, which is a brown. Lag jy oor die hare, ja.
Ja, nee, ek lag vir die meester wat die hele tyd sy bal breek.
Master thinks it's playtime. Master, ek gaan nie nou jou bal weer gooi nie. Master is putting his ball next to the paints. Jana. Okay, so now we have some Elvis mix, and I have my hardboard. Are there no questions? Can't you see the questions?
I think I can't see the questions.
Okay, we'll look afterwards. Poor Danielle is on Facebook duty. So I'm sure Yakushi is not impressed with you.
Wel Kylie kon ook nie dit reg kry dat die vrae wys nie, so. Dis nie my skuld nie.
Just for the colors to blend in. Sorry for the noise, I know it sounds terrible. And let's use some white over here. Where I don't need to mix the Stencil of Paris with anything. And I can just take some white Stencil of Paris. So this is another tip. Whenever you do a paint technique and you feel that the surface is dull, it needs a vibrant touch, just add light. As light colors reflects light and it becomes more vibrant. Because I'm just going to add some white. And my travel. Jaco, what do you think?
Well, it certainly looks interesting.
I was referring to your dad.
Oh.
I know to trust you.
Die Paul vra daar.
Ja, ek sê jy moet dit doen. Ek weet nie dit werk nie.
Miskien moet ek dit net so hou.
Nee.
So I'm building now on various paint techniques. So there's a ombre from dark to light. Here I'm working with Stencil of Paris, and what I'm also doing is I'm blending colors together. So just do this. Now, whenever you do a paint technique on such a large surface, it's very important first to allow the paint colors to dry a bit and settle in. And stand back, have a look, and then see where you need to make changes. So I'm going to continue, I'm going to play something that you can also incorporate in this, and I'm going to show, and hopefully it just sparks some creativity, is if you want to incorporate some stencil work on your wall. I just brought this one quickly back from the factory. The code is A328. I know from previous times you did ask. And this is absolutely a focal wall. It's not done though. I'll play around with the various paint techniques, and what I'll also do is once this is dry, I'll use some wash techniques that I did in the section over there, and I'll incorporate and play around. This is not something you can plan. It's not something that you need to overthink. It's something where you can feel relaxed, play around until you have the desired outcome. So here's my stencil, and I'm going to use a foam roller in the color Elvis Mix. I always have so many things around because I'm so afraid that I forget anything or don't have something when I need it. So I'm going to use Elvis Mix, my brown. I'm going to evenly, I'm just making some way, creating some order. I'm going to show you something with newspaper as well. So what I do is I evenly distribute the Elvis Mix in my foam roller. I discovered these unused lids at the factory. They don't fit onto any bucket, so it's lovely to use. So my paint is evenly distributed in my foam roller. We have done it before, so this is just for those that have missed anything. And I can just, very light pressure, just sections, have some pattern. Well, maybe Yaka, you will need to move closer, else it won't be visible. So I'm not rolling everywhere. I just want to give it a touch of a French feel. This is now Italian, it's French. And there on your wall, you can see some stencil design together with your mottled feel. So it's not completely visible, it's just a subtle pattern, and if you feel it's too dark, I want to hide the stencil work a bit, remember you can wash on top of the game. Look, if I just add a little bit of white, cloud white, on my damp cloth, so I just remove any excess water. Add some cloud white there over my stencil work to hide it, to make sure it's sitting on my wall in a very subtle way. I can very gently wash over my stencil work, and it blends in with the background. So no one will know, how did you do that? And you can also incorporate more than one color with your stencil work. A bit of mauve maybe, let me do it and show. So if, for instance, I want to repeat it, let's do it over here, and I want to use the color mauve. going to continue with my Almas mix. Just a section. So all the paint techniques that we have done together during lockdown, you can practice them on your wall in your house. I want to see those pictures. So all I'm doing on my dirty foam roller, remember this is not a perfect piece of paint work. This is a creative piece of paint work. I'm now rolling with some nail. And you can even incorporate some of your stencil of Paris that you've mixed. Let me first remove this. So there's some different colors sitting next to each other. And what you can also do is you can stencil with your stencil paste, allow for it to dry, and then wash over it like we have done previously. So this is now done on my stencil. And there's something sitting that looks different. I hope it all makes sense. I hope you are inspired to try something on your own wall. Something that you can also do is newspaper. So if you have newspaper, you really wrinkle it. You take some paint. I'm going to use Fierce's Terracotta. And you dab it on your surface. I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. Just having fun. And let's continue. With a color like Simon Says.
Was net daai deel daar presies soos daai?
Hierdie deel.
Ja, daai wat oop is nog.
Ja, ek sal. Let's finish the bottom section that you can get a clear idea of how this all came together. And I'll definitely, I'll definitely add.
Okay, carry on.
If you have any complaints, please email the MD. But your complaint is the person handling the camera. And now I'm going to continue with my washing at this on this side. So is everything visible?
Ja.
Okay. I'll do it fast so that you can see, but I'll definitely post the after before I go to bed tonight. Sheriff Stone, the first colour, then we work with Nao's New. I just don't want to touch here yet because it's still wet. Later I'll gently wash over it. And remember to blend the two colors together, that there are no definite beginning and ending lines of where you've started, where you've ended with the previous color. And then made. And then I want you to send me suggestions of what you would like to see next week. Would you like to see a furniture piece with a furniture decal, like a furniture vinyl? Would you like to see something else? Let me know so that I know what the needs are.
Yeah, please just don't paint any golf clubs next week.
I don't even think I've sent them the ones, Tjhoko, that we've painted. They would love to see what we've done to your golf clubs.
Okay, pa. Hulle sê sit pa se vinger net liggies op die skerm en trek na regs.
Kan jy al die vrae sien, Tjhoko?
Nope.
Nee, ons kan niks sien nie.
And let's just add our yellows. Just want to blend these colors more.
Hello everybody, this is me. And this was an accident, but hi. I'm seeing how my house is being inspired and involved every week. So yeah, next week I'll show you my painted golf clubs. Nee, I still can't see the question.
There all the views going down.
Okay, so what I'll just do is I'll add the yellow and I'll continue to play. What you can also do that I like is if you paint a section, and Tjhoko, don't judge, this is just to show and inspire. If you paint a section, let's say for instance, I would do it right at the top, but to put a step ladder here now would be a complete disaster. So if I would paint a section, spray water on it. There you go. So that the paint and the water start running down my wall. That's exactly what I want to achieve, and I want to wash away the paint. Oh, I'm loving it even more. Okay, so that is also something you can do on various sections. Paint, spray with water. Let me see what else I have here. You can also use bubble wrap, exactly as I have done with a newspaper. Fold it so the bubble bags in your Tjhoko box, upcycle them, reuse them for paint techniques. And as I've done with the newspaper, you can blotch it on certain areas. Okay, now to handle some technical questions. I can't see the questions, so I'll come back to everybody after the session and type the answers. Thank you, technical team, for the extra work. Okay.
I don't like that.
Nee, los het tot dit klaar is. Dis pragtig, Tjhoko. Hoe kan jy nie daarvan hou nie? En daarbo gaan ek wash, nie worry, dit gaan mooi wees. Okay, so you can wash at the top section, ideas, inspiration. There've been technical questions. When using yellow and red, why do I apply more than 2 coats? In the paint industry, the pigment strength of yellow and reds whether it's a PVA, an enamel, are weaker than your other colors and also sometimes brighter colors. So not to compromise quality of your paint, you need to apply more than your 2 coats that you are used to. You still want the paint to grip. You still want to allow the paint, when we manufacture it, to have the properties and qualities that we want in it. So we've seen it many times, even if we paint yellow enamel for a client, more coats than usual are needed. It's not because there's something wrong with the paint, it's a technical, chemical thing in the paint industry. So just to clear that up, the same with red and the same with some bright colors. So we love color. You maybe want to paint it asghat. Asghat is a color that where the same thing will happen because it's so bright, but you love the color, just paint your other an extra coat. Okay, so that is just to clear the air on that. There's nothing wrong with the paint. It's a technical thing. I enjoyed this very inspirational ontploffing of a session today. See this as absolutely inspiration. Let the creativity loose. Create something in your own space. I can't wait to see what you have created. Thank you for all the support. I'll be back on Tuesday, and I can't wait to see the recommendations of ideas you want me to show during our session on Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Are there questions, Kaylee? Can you see anything? Okay. I think there's a technical error today, but I'll attend to all the questions afterwards. Keep safe, keep inspired, let the creativity loose. Bye till next week.